Hello, and welcome to part 17 of our Dominion 6 playthrough as middle-aged Nidavangr. So, in the last episode, we finally did it. We conquered the entirety of Nabaa. They are no more. And what a good job we have done. We still got to clear out a little bit of the hostile Dominion here, but that should hopefully be fairly quick to do, thanks to the fact that we're going to have temples everywhere. We're going to continue building up temples where we can. And I think in that respect, we're actually going to get Cheddar to move over to the Lost Canyon range, put another temple down here. That means that we've then got another place with a temple, and we should get rid of this Dominion pretty quick, hopefully. In fact, yeah, we can see here that actually, even though our Dominion hasn't spread here, there is no hostile Dominion anymore, and that's probably because we've actually killed off Nabaa. We've just got a little bit of hostile Dominion coming in from Asphodel, but that's absolutely fine. We'll be able to deal with that when and if we need to. Speaking of potential expansion paths, I do kind of want to take Cliffport. I do kind of want to take Bolfagon. They're both free provinces. There is, however, a fairly large Asphodel army in place, so I think we're actually going to just retreat over here. We'll get a little bit of province defense. It won't be able to complete anything against this army. We'll actually just get 11. We have the money. Over here, we have a bunch of our lizard shamans. Fantastic. These guys are all sacred. They're all astral and nature, which is always very nice to get. And in that mind, Mr. Bone Meal Bathwater himself, so he's done pretty well in that he has made himself a hammer. He won't be able to hold the hammer, but he'll be able to give it to somebody else to use instead. What could we get him to forge? Well, we can get somebody else to make a thistle mace, so we don't have to worry about that. We could start thinking about slave hearts. That's another potential way that we can get people into our blood sabbaths other than just our Crow clan, but that would require us to then use some of our blood magic. So maybe we won't bother with that. Instead, what we could do is we can get one of our level 3 guys here, like Logi. We can get him to make us astral. He doesn't have the earth, so it does need to be bone meal bathwater, but he can make the coin of meteoric iron. So if he does that and he forges that, and then we give one of our hammers over here to Ragnar and we get him to make a thistle mace, then all of a sudden that is us at nature 2 and astral 2, which isn't quite enough for these guys to then make moonvine bracelets. Not that we have the construction for it anyway, but at least gets us in the path of doing that, and we can think of a way of getting them up, potentially even just in power 1, get them to nature magic level 3, and that should be absolutely fine. Other than that, let's have a little look at our commanders. So we've got our Cub Mother here, who we'll just use to go pick up some more of these troops over in Roka. The Bountiful Land over here, these guys are going to head into Melma. We've got a bunch of Summon Earth Power, some Giant Strength Warriors. That's will probably help us a little bit. We've got some troops here as well. We'll just get them to guard up this guy here. As for our forces over here, we'll get them to move. We can't get them all to move into Swinland, so we'll get them to move into Halbreitha, and then we'll move out from there. How are we doing over here? We're just researching. We'll make sure we're just getting a couple more apprentices here. We might as well. We've got the income. Let's have a little double check of Nidavangr. So we've got all of our Nidbaith coming out. We've got a bunch more resources, so we'll get maybe just one of these lovely little ladies here, and that should be fine. How are we doing? We've only got the 8 guys because we sent them off with Fiefdel, and he's going to move over to Veptir and then over into the Bountiful Lands, where I think the next people we're going to try and take out is actually Eru. We've got a fairly decent-ish way into their camp. The only problem is we're kind of cut off by rivers here, and we cannot cross these mountains, but we can go from Halbreitha up to there. We then have to fight off this throne province. That is going to be an issue. That is a lot of barbarians, but we can potentially do some plays with some of our Crow clan with a little bit more research. And how are we doing over here? We're doing a bunch of blood hunting with our crows. Fantastic. We're doing a bunch of blood hunting over here as well, so we'll give out another one of these sanguine dowsing rods. That should hopefully increase our blood income by quite a bit, and we'll just have another double check of all of our guys. We'll get this scout to move a little bit further forward. We are currently searching over here in the Throne of the Moon. We could potentially think about teleporting our god over there, which is a pretty decent possibility actually. If we just build a lab here, then we can teleport our god over there, and then he can teleport himself back, or he can just stay there to research. It's a little bit open, which isn't the best thing in the world. This is a waste. This isn't a great place to put fortification, but it is a throne province, so I think we'll have to do it anyway, just to keep that safe and stop people from being able to take it. We'll move over to Glypha, and then from there, keep going. So as it came for this cavemen, it looked like it was just cavemen as part of this force. a lot of cavemen, to be sure, but I think our Nidavangrs will be able to tank up a couple of their hits and take them out. Speaking of which, how many do we have left? Not the most, it must be said, out of all the forces. We have a couple of Zots here, which we could use, and can we recruit anything from here? Nope, the unrest is far too high in this province. That's a little bit of a shame. We can recruit more of our Zots as well, which I think we will do, just to get some more troops. I think we'll send John Dying up to the caverns. We really do need to think about a way of getting him some more reinforcements. We can. Let's get some more Zots over here. This is a pretty good place to recruit, actually. It's high population, which is very nice. And over here we've got Embla as well. Pale ones, I don't really see the point of getting pale ones. We could get a bunch of Reavers. There's a lot of recruitment points here, and a decent amount of resources. Or we can try and go the Bear Clan warriors who don't have the best protection. I think we actually kind of want the Reavers. The Javelins will do a little bit more versus these cavemen. So we'll have the Zots fly in. After that, we'll get Embla just to take those guys there. We'll get a bunch more Zots, and then we'll move on to Mun. Probably the next, again, turn. How are we doing over here? Yep, so we built our lab, we built our fortification, we built our temple, and we should have a bunch of Trogs that we could use if we brought them with Boulderborn. And we said, hey, we're just going to try and start moving down towards this with all of our troglodytes that we have. And that'd be pretty great, actually. They should be able to deal with the cavemen. I don't think they'll be able to trample them. They're size 6. Cavemen are only size 4, though. Yeah, they're size 4, so they will be able to do at least something against them, which is good. And if they're going to be set up in that formation, then the Zots should be able to get round behind onto their commander. And hopefully we manage to get them to just commander route, and that'd be great. Then after that, we've taken that province, we can then start thinking about moving on to the Nether, or potentially onto Underhome, or the chambers underneath. There's just quite a lot of thrones underneath the ground, which is good for us. Especially because the thrones up above ground have been a little bit lighter. How are we doing over here? So this is, they've got a couple of wizards there. We do have a large number of forces here that we could use to try and take out this throne as well. I think we will get them just to patrol and search the people that we can. We'll do that for one turn, and we'll probably just send in someone just to scout it out. We're just going to send Gunlaud in. We'll tell her to retreat, and then we can bring in reinforcements from here. In fact, actually, that's why we got this scout, wasn't it? We'll get Vanley to do that instead, so you'll just retreat, go in, attack, see what you can see, and then we can move in some forces from Roka once we have a little bit more of an idea about what's sitting in that throne province. Sigvard, let's just move you to the underworld. We want to see a little bit more about what's happening there. We'll just patrol over here as well. And other than that, things looking good. We'll maybe just move Solveig over to Ulm, and he can search that for some magical sites just while we're there. We'll make sure to search here with Grodvinter. And we've got Vladimir Gluten just sitting on the outskirts of Asphodel, who hopefully will not attack us anytime soon. I would not enjoy that. We'll make sure we're searching with Harold here. Ymir, we can give you a bunch of bear guys. Big undisciplined block of troops, but they should be able to take out that throne once we get a better idea what's happening inside it. And I think that is it for all of our commanders. Great, we've used up all of our monies. We're cutting into our income quite a lot here, but that's absolutely fine. We'll deal with that when and if it comes. We're getting Thaumaturgy level 6, which we will get next turn, and that was for getting out Wither Bones, as well as some other spells that we could potentially use as well. But it's mostly about the Wither Bones. I want to be able to use that versus Asphodel should anything happen. Otherwise, everything looking pretty good. We could also use Gateway to start teleporting people about if we need to, but I think we're okay for just now. We've site searched quite a lot of places. We do have some additional Crow Clan that we could use for blood hunting. Could be an idea in one of our places with a laboratory, but I think we're okay for just now. Not many places actually have the population that we really want. Ligrea is a potential one. We could get a scout over there. And in fact, yeah, let's actually send 2 of our guys over there. They do not have any blood paths. We've been a little bit unfortunate with our blood randoms, it has got to be said. We'll send one guy. We'll send over Sturg. Send him over there to Ligrea, and he'll be able to start blood hunting there, especially if we give him a Sanguine Rod, which I think we will. We'll just take it off this guy here, because he's not going to have a laboratory. We want to make sure that he is using it when he gets there. And I think with that, we're pretty good to go. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how things are looking, so I think we'll end the turn here. Okay, so let's have a little look. We've completed our research in Thaumaturgy. We've completed Dark Knowledge, Burial Mound. Very good, very good. We found a Wolf Oak. That's nice. Some more Nature Gems. We've captured a bunch of blood saves. Fantastic. There was a battle in Melma. So let's have a little look what's happening there. So this is our forces just against some average independents. They're just basic troops. We got our archers firing, some bear clan coming in, getting enraged, chopping through some of the militia. We'll take a little bit of casualties there, but they should be absolutely fine. Doesn't matter that we're losing here, troops here or there. The main thing is we managed to rout the independent forces. Take that. Yeah, we lost one bear clan. We lost one of our blenders. That's okay. We can deal with those. There was a battle in the first forest. This is us attacking the independents just to see what their army is like. So it does look like a fairly basic army other than these wizards of the high magic. They've got quite a lot of wizards here, which we're not going to know what they're going to be using their spells for, but it's good to know that they have it. I think if we can get some of our Nidbathe around the back, they should be able to chop them up pretty easily. And with that, let's just make sure Strudrig is sitting here and blood hunting. Harold had a little search for sites. He didn't manage to find anything. That's a bit of a shame. Let's just double check as well. The unexpected event was famine. Here I was hoping for good events, but sadly, they are lacking. There was also a couple of battles that happened with Asphodel. Looks like they're just fighting some independent forces in Cliffport and Bolgden. So I'm actually quite happy that we didn't move on to either of them because it seems like Asphodel was gunning for them a little bit. Let's just have a little look at one of their armies just to see what we're dealing with here. Bunch of chaff, a bunch of mannequins. They've got their centaur warriors as well. A little bit of berserking action just on attack rear. Good to know. So we'll have to keep a little eye on our mages. Probably have somebody over on the flank ready to deal with that as well. Okay, good to know. Let's continue moving our forces back, except for Grodvinter. Grodvinter, what are you going to do? You are not twice-born, so we need to get you back to... Well, you're actually on a lap, so we'll make sure that we're twice-borning you here. Interestingly enough, so he's size 2 now, so if I was to... It still costs 10. That's good to know, that's good to know. You never know with twice-born. So I guess it uses his largest size, which is nice. I wonder if he dies if he's still a size 2 technically, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then other than that, yeah, we're just going to continue on site searching, keep our spies here, we'll get them to wait. And now we've got to have a little think about how we want to deal with these guys here. So we do have a big front line. I'm not too worried about the front line. I actually think that the massive amount of these bear clan will just be able to get through and be okay. We're actually going to split them up into 3 different parties and have them along the lines here, and hopefully they'll be able to just chop through whoever they're against. A good chance they'll be able to flank each other as well. If we send them in, and we send them in with a little bit of help, so say for example Borm and Hermond, let's have a look at our things here. So we just really want to maybe get quickness out on them, as many of them as we can. So if we just do this and we take off that blessing, and then they've got a bunch of moss bodies, personal bark skin, and we take off this blessing as well. So we've got some quickness on some of our guys, some of our moss bodies as well, on our berserkers, and they should be absolutely fine. We'll get them to stay behind troops, get them to move in, and then get everybody else to move in as well into the Feral Forest. Looks like our scout survived, that's great. And we'll have a little look as well about what happens there. In terms of Nidbathe, I don't know if we have any Nidbathe within this force. We do indeed. They are currently on the front line. Let's take a couple of them off. We'll get them to hold and attack closest. We'll set them up over here. Probably over here, actually, just at the back. We're going to send in one of our Crow Clan. Yep, we'll make sure that they've got Air 2. They can reach there. Fantastic. So let's have a little look and see. Probably what we want to do is we want to concentrate on just casting Gift of Flight as many times as we can, because we want these guys to start hitting the back if they can. So we'll cast a bunch of Gifts of Flight and probably Mist Form on themselves. Yeah, we'll get Personal Mist Form. They should have all flown away by then. And we'll maybe just grab one of our guys who's casting, yeah, Blessedness, Quickness, Moss Body, Moss Body. If we get him to do it on our Nidbathe there, that'd be very good. We'll get them to hold and attack rear. And hopefully they'll be able to fly in, take out those mages that are going to annoy us. We'll get 9 of them, because that should be 3 of them to a square. That should be 3 squares worth of buffs that we're getting out as well, but we should hit them all with our blessing. Okay, it'll be a little bit interesting to see if we actually manage to take this throne. I think we will. I think we have high enough forces just with the number of troops that we have, but we'll have to see what the mages bring to bear. Other than that, let's maybe take this place over in Swinland, and we'll get these guys to move over to Griffa. I mean, just Wolf Tribe, normal militia, not too worried about that. We're going to move up Tjolvig. I'm going to move up Fionn, just so we get a little bit better vision over what's happening here. And maybe we can start to try and move in winter. We are currently in summer, so obviously things aren't going to be as cold as they are in our Dominion. But hopefully we'll be able to push on forward. As it comes for provinces, the Black Alps is decent in terms of population, but it's not very good on additional connections. Halbretha probably is a better one to get. We'll make sure as well that we got the province defense there. We'll make sure we get it in our new one. Fantastic. And let's have a little look at the underground layer where we're currently massing our armies. Just come down and help out. We'll grab these guys here. We'll get her to move to the Cavern of Tog, pick up those guys there. Fortunately, we can move from the Cavern of Tog straight to the moon, which is a little bit of a shame. And we'll make sure we're grabbing these Zots as well, just to get them on hold and attack rear. Because we want to try and take out these cavemen if at all possible. We'll maybe just preach out our Dominion a little bit if we can get that morale bonus over in the Mun. That'll really, really help us. Obviously, this is only going to put the Dominion up here, but if we can get the Dominion up here, then hopefully our temples will start to push it out a little bit as well. How are we doing over here? We're just going to site search over here. We've got Vladimir Gluten. He's just chilling. We're over here in Lightport. Harold has tried to find some sites, hasn't found any. We can maybe search with him in another place over here, and we'll get one of our guys here to do some searching as well, because we haven't checked this for water. So we might as well do that now. And other than that, so Ragnar has made his stuff. What else could we use him to make that could be useful for us? Some amulet resistances could be good. Might actually be better off just creating some boots of the messenger, just so we can keep our mages in human form. We've got the hammer we may as well. Speaking of magical items, let's hand some out. So we've got our sanguine dowsing rod. Yep, fantastic, good stuff. We'll give that to him. And bone meal bathwater. Let's have a quick check and see what we can cast. We could potentially cast some Draugr, just so we have some additional guys. A Banelord could be good. Sleeper as well, just for some additional leaders. Blue Cap is potentially a good idea, but I maybe want to wait until Conjuration, get a little bit higher up in Conjuration, but we're currently researching Evocation, so we can get higher in Evocation. We can start using our crows a little bit more aggressively in battle. And I think after that, yeah, we'll start to boost up our Conjuration. You can see now that our research is getting pretty crazy. We're at over 1,000 research. We're getting pretty late into the game, but we're certainly not slouching in terms of research, and that's just because of all the mages we have access to. Let's make sure as well we're recruiting more of these lovely little blenders, just so we have more of them. How are we doing down here? Embla is moving. Let's make sure that we're getting a couple of our apprentices down here. We're only recruiting one per turn. That's absolutely fine just for the meantime. Solve, we'll just get you to search for now. We'll build probably a temple over here in the throne when we get a second. And we built that lab there, so tell you what, bone meal bathwater, let's get you to cast teleport. And we'll get you over to Javelkish. And you can go over there, you can claim that throne, and that should be good for us. Still site searching with our death gems. We're getting 15 of them per turn, which is actually the most gems that we're getting of any type, which is fantastic. And we can start to do some pretty big things with our crow clans. How are we doing over here? We'll make sure we're searching here as well. And other than that, double check the Mudwater Caves. I think we're pretty happy. We'll double check Nidavangr. Yep, we're still recruiting. Fantastic. We'll just keep that going. We'll take Giffa, we'll take Swinland, and then think about how we're going to mount this attack into Eru. We'll probably have to come up through Lowmark. Probably should move up some Crow Clan, especially some of the ones that are really good at death. Yep. Let's do that. Domvald. We'll get Ass to stay here, Domvald. We'll move to the resting heights. We can get them probably fly up and help out as well next turn. Okay, and with that, we're pretty much done, but we still have a bunch of stuff in our treasury. Where could we build a fortification? Probably want to build that fortification. I mean, we could get another commander over here to do it, or we can just get another scout, and we can build one in Ulm just to keep that safe. Alternatively, we could save that money in Ulm. We get rid of this guy as well. Where can we save some money? Let's just maybe get rid of some of those blenders in Nidavangr that we're not going to be recruiting. There we go. That's our 1,000, and we can start building up palisades here. Just protect that throne, especially because we're teleporting in our god. Okay, and with that, I think that's us good to go. I think we'll end this turn here. Hopefully we don't get attacked by Asphodel. That would be very much a shame, but we'll just have to see. Let's go. Okay, so a lot happened there. Our research and evocation is done. We've managed to cast teleport. We've cast dark knowledge. No items found there. We've twice born Grodvinter. No sights. Sight sound for stone circle. Nice. roll for fertility, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. We found some blood slaves, great. A couple of people died. There was a battle in Gifa. Have a little look at what happened in Gifa. So this is just one of our other forces here. Against some fairly ragtag independent forces, so we'll just grab them. We're getting quickness off on our Nidbay. They're just going to cut through these guys here. Absolutely fine. Get the blood surge off. Cut through those archers. Boom, bash, boom. Good job, boys. And for that, yeah, our Nidbay just absolutely mopped the floor with them. Once we start getting some more quickness buffs out, higher AoE, then they'll become even stronger. This is us attacking the Throne Province. So we're going to be gift of flighting a bunch of our guys here, as well as quicknessing them. Where's the gift of flight? Come on. There we go. That's them flying off. Good stuff. Cast Mistform. Where is our guys? Over here. Oh, some falling fire. So we're going to lose a couple of our bear clan here. This is a big battle, unfortunately. But fingers crossed that our guys can actually kill them and win the day. They've got a body ethereal. We're currently stuck with some of their commanders back here. There's another, ooh, big falling fires. That really hurt our blenders. We should be able to get through this front line pretty quickly, though. This Nidbait over here, we need you to keep attacking. There you go. Fantastic. You've killed one of those guys. We're killing those two commanders now. Looks like they're going to start running. Another big falling fires hitting on our troops. Not what you want. That's our bear clan they're taking out. A lot of damage, a lot of berserk people though, and we're just going to win the day just through sheer weight of numbers. And then kill off these guys with their body ethereals. Fantastic. We probably took quite a fair bit of losses there. Let's have a look. Yep, we lost a bunch of our bear clan, 26. But for that, we managed to take a Throne Province, so I can't be too upset at all. There's also a battle in Swindon, so we'll have a little look at that too. What's happening out over here. So this is us attacking some more independent provinces. And we're just going to cut through one of their commanders, one of their berserking commanders. We've got some shrubberies. Those guys were actually killed by the wolf tribe. That's a little bit of a shame there. But don't worry about those two attacks, especially with guys in human HP, even when they're berserking. Especially when they're berserking because their defense skill's lowered. But we managed to win the day. Took a few losses there. Not ideal, but we managed to take the province, and that's the main thing. Unexpected event, some famine, extra sloth, and some extra gold. That's nice. And Vladimir Gluten was discovered, but he did manage to retreat, and he successfully retreated to Lightport. Good job, Vladimir Gluten. Good stuff. There was also a battle in Cliffport, where they were attacked by a bunch of cavemen, so at least they managed to kill a black minotaur, as well as a couple of mannequins. And we've done some patrolling, and that is that. So that's good. We've taken another throne. What is this? The Throne of the First Age. Increases magic by a maximum of 2. That's going to be really, really nice for us, actually. And blessed troops get additional magic resistance. So yeah, we'll definitely make sure that we are going to claim this Throne of Ascension over here. The Throne of the Moon, just to get some more astral and some more water gems and get some additional growth and a little bit of precision. Our Dominion is actually going to turn out pretty nice with the additional magic and the additional growth. That's going to help us a lot. If we can get some additional order or something just to counter the sloth that I've taken, then that would be very nice as well. Oh, well, with that, I think we'll call this episode to a close. So thank you very much for watching. Please let us know down in the comments if you'd like to become one of the commanders in this series, and we'll get you subbed in for one of your liking. Just let us know what unit you'd like to be. And as always, if you want to support us further with the channel, then you could consider becoming one of the Burger Band. Any help is appreciated greatly, and we hope to see more of you there at some point. But equally, even just being here watching, commenting, it all means the world to us, and we hope you're enjoying it. At this point, we're getting kind of near the end of the game. I think we're just going to take a bunch more thrones, and we'll probably win, especially once we take out Eru. So once that happens, I'll feel a bit more confident about putting out the national overview for Nidavangr, so that'll be good. In the meantime, you'll just have to deal with my stupid songs. Anyway, I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next time, take care.